As an MFA film student at American University, we're actually required to shoot some of our first subjects on film instead of on a digital camera. So I put this away for a little bit and I went out into the wild to take some traditional photographs of wildlife. To get this close, I literally had to sneak up on the birds, and I actually chased them around the lake several times because they kept moving away from me and my camera. You're not supposed to chase these animals, that never works, so eventually I just had to plop down and wait for them to come to me. The next shot was taken right in my backyard. I have a large colony of green frogs, and this macro or semi-macro shot required me to get up close. I was literally having to lie on the ground and inch my way forward until I could get this shot. My neighbors might have thought I was a little bit crazy, but as long as you get the shot, it really doesn't matter. This is a raccoon skull I found during my time as an undergraduate at William and Mary. This was an unfortunate animal. It might have died from disease, old age, or some sort of predation event. And either way, I got the skull and I used it for one of my portraits, which was an assignment we had at American University. Moving back into the macro a little bit, this is actually a shot of some ants that were walking in a crevice between some leaves and some rocks that border my pond. As you get down to the macro level, you have to be careful, otherwise your contrast kind of disappears. It's a little bit hard to make out the ants. And that's what took up a lot of my time. You have to do all sorts of things to bring out the contrast in your prints. Finally, let's move to the microscopic level. I got permission to detach the traditional lens on the film camera and put on a microscopic lens. And I actually took this picture of a juvenile baby snail from my pond. So you can see the snail, and you can actually see either these are water fleas or ostracods. So a little microscopic tableau. So that's about it for this week. Traditional film takes a long time to process, and I'll try to get back to the digital this upcoming week. If you guys want to see more of my work, make sure to check out my YouTube or Instagram, where I have all sorts of cool wildlife content. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week.